It's not been good for the Ninja kids at the moment. I generally think that a lot of this sort of stuff, before they drop the first episode in October, I think that they really need to go back and look at this, because some of this looks absolutely fine, which is mainly the action scenes that doesn't contain AI, and a lot of stuff with AI could be redone. It just seems right now that it's all over the place. And yeah, it's pissed a lot of people off, and rightfully so. Like, rightfully so. There is no looking back at this going like, huh, well, it is what it is. No, like, this is a project that a lot of people really, really wanted, and that they thought that this would be the best thing, and for what it is. But we're going to have a look. We're going to look at this trailer. So let's full screen this. This is by Martian Ranger. They dropped it, and apparently the link that if you try to click on it goes to private. So maybe they try and sort it out. But let's give a reaction. It might be a long one, but yeah, let's go with this. Now, I'm going to go back a little bit, and I just kind of think that these HUDs could have been really done better. It just looks like they're kind of over. It doesn't seem like it's like kind of in there. Like, they could have tucked it into the mask. Now, these masks could have been pullover, like the latex ones, which again, I doubt that you're gonna be able to have, but I think you could have blended this a little bit better. It's AI straight away. I think what you can tell is the way that this here comes in. So if we go back, like, I'm going to do a full breakdown on this, like in Premiere Pro, because I can go back screen by screen. But just the way that if you look here, when the fire does, instant, it's all there. Like, you can see it being like put in there, which is weird because there are so many effects companies or programs that you can do this yourself and put in, rather than having this, because that wouldn't happen straight away. And then it's not even there in the next few shots. Now, this is another piece of AI, because look at the teeth. Suddenly, can we go back? Look at the teeth. Playtime's over. The teeth suddenly come out. Now, what I don't understand is, like, you could have had the mask open while Goldar spoke, or you could have tried to rig something up to make his mouth move, not this AI bullshit.
Children, it's morphin' time.
Okay, now, where are the morphers? Like,
playtime's over, children. It's morphin' time.
There are no morphers in their hands, and it's the little things like this that kind of get me.
Playtime's over, children. It's morphin' time.
Now, I kind of like this pop-up. I think this looks cool. I don't know why you have the, whatchamacallit, like the inserts for, oh my god, like for the power coins, like you're putting it into a morpher. You generally could have cut that all out. It wouldn't have been hard, or you could have asked for Hasbro for some props of these power coins, or bought them online. There are a few that don't have the kind of like the tags. This is all AI. Yeah. Why couldn't you have a designer to go through this, to turn around and say, okay, we're going to design your logo, we'll put it out there, and we'll put some effects. Like, lightning effects don't cost that much, and you easily could have done this yourself. Like, someone can do this who, maybe an intern or someone that you're paying properly on this. Now, this is the biggest use of AI so far. I know what you were trying to probably go for, the Grimlock from VR Troopers, something like that. I can honestly see you trying this. But when you look at here, like when you look at the Lord Zed, there's no armor around here. You don't need to have this guy turn into Lord Zed. Or if you did, you could have done flashier effects, like the whole thing like with Mesogog in Dino Thunder, where he's like in the school, in the classroom, where he's like, oh, transforming. You could have just had something like that, or a flash. But when you look at, say, this here, oh, look at the brain. The brain's covered. Now, if this was your Lord Zed that you wanted to do, by all means, I think this would be cool. But the fact is, it jumps from one thing to another. There is no armor plated around here. And I think someone pointed out that he looks soulless. Like one eye is looking straight at you while an eye is going off that way, but it looks soulless. And you can tell it's little things that just give this away. So where is his armor then? Where is his armor here? Where is the armor there? What the hell? And look, even Goldar looks completely different because they didn't put in the mask properly or kind of attach it to Goldar's headpiece. This all here doesn't look good. Okay, so right there, hand has gone from holding it like a proper morpher and is stopped. This doesn't look right. And then you've got two hands of the same thing. But like here, like I'll try and put it in post, but the helmet doesn't work well. Like say there, the helmets just come on from the top. Why not have it closed around? Why not actually spend some time? I think what they've done is just put it into whatever AI program and gone, hey, make this. So, you know, well done. Like even this doesn't look right. It looks really off. Like look at that. Now, I'm going to give a little bit on this one. I think the fighting. I think the fighting here is fine. I think this is really cool. This is really like awesome. But yeah, again, where did that guy go? So I don't know if this is another putty that's just come out of nowhere, or if this is a different shot. We won't know until we see it. But it just looks out of place. Now I will say, as much as I don't like a lot of AI, this sort of effect I think is pretty cool. I will say that I generally think this is like a cool thing, but I wouldn't have put it in AI. I would have got someone to do this. Now, this is what kind of got me when I saw that this was AI. It looks like the hand is, you've got the flame. AI at the moment has this weird thing that, you know, it doesn't really know what to do, and it kind of smooths everything out. So I saw this, I was like, fucking AI.
You are unworthy of that.
But the effects around here, and you can tell by the blurriness on his face, like they've just said, put these effects in, you know, make it fire. There's loads of like visual effects people that have the packs that you can give away that you could have spent $100 on to actually put in.
The dragon has struck again, infiltrating a high-clearance science facility.
No, I generally like this part here. I think that's cool. I think it adds a little bit more to it. And I think that it's awesome. Like, this is probably going to be the Zeo crystal or something. But I do kind of like the CW type thing, or the news reporting of the dragons coming in. The dragon's here.
The crystal is my only purpose.
Jason, you must rise.
Now, again, this is probably all AI as well. Now, what's really weird, I've seen this sort of portal, but again, this is probably AI generated as well, because it's probably a lot cheaper to put in a teleport effect like Thanos from the Avengers film. I've seen this sort of like thing that you can buy for, again, in a pack that would cost you $100.
We look awesome, don't we?
And then why would you have this shitty logo? Like, you can see it blending in, which is really horrible.
Don't forget to subscribe.
And again here, which again looks like a Pokemon one. What kind of weirds me out a little bit, seeing as this is a Hasbro production, then I'm very surprised that they didn't have all the effects library from Beast Morphers upwards that they would have had. That they could easily have gone, hey, here are all the effects, just use them as you want, and they can put in. what I'm kind of thinking from this is that they had the people to film it, they had everything that they needed to, but they didn't have a proper visual effects artist. And one thing that really disappoints me in this is just the use of AI that looks really, really bad. And even if no one picked up on this, and you saw Lord Zed suddenly transform, and then in the next scene, it doesn't look like he was, it's very off-putting. The fact that they put in tons of AI stuff really brings this down, and a lot of people have been really happy about this. Like, they wanted to see something. It's really cool that we've got a high-end production, that they've put a lot of time and effort into these suits, which was from Toku J, and then you've got a load of other things. Like, the storyline could be absolutely fantastic, but what I see from this is that it's just brought this down to the point where I kind of really don't want to support it. I'll give it a watch and I'll give it a fair review, but using the AI really makes this horrible. Like, it makes it like, why? And a lot of people are going to say, oh, well, it's the future. AI to some degree is the future, don't get me wrong. AI has a lot of good uses that could help, but when it comes and it steals from artists, where it takes inspiration from other things and puts it together, that's not what we should be using. And I feel like if, say for example, someone comes in and then takes the Ninja Kid stuff and then puts it into an AI feeder and uses it, and they hate it. They're like, well, you've been stealing from artists. You've been stealing from people. Like, what happens if we took this guy's like face, slapped it on someone else's, and kind of really did it that way? Like, they would hate it. Be like, well, it's just AI, man. It's just AI, isn't it? AI is the thing. It's the thing of the future. It's when I see stuff like this, like, this would be a really, really cool shot, but the AI completely ruins it here. It ruins it around here. It ruins around there. And even the morphers can't be done right. Because look, you have one that will say like Power Rangers. I think it's at the very beginning, where the morphers do come in and say, oh, Power Rangers is something very similar, but his isn't that. And this ruins it. And people are going to complain about it. And rightfully so. We shouldn't be sitting here accepting AI slop for our projects because this is what we want. No, I know that you are this fan-made project, that you're making this, but you would have had money, and whoever's budgeted and you're like, oh, I don't have any money now, then you budgeted wrong. You spent way too much money on something that you could have got someone else to completely do. I'm gonna make another video on this because I have a lot more to say, but for my reaction of this trailer is the fighting scenes look cool. Great, I'm looking forward to that. But the use of AI is absolutely horrible in this and shouldn't be a thing. And again, you could have hired someone, you could have got someone on the team to do it. Hell, that production company that you're working with should have had a VFX artist on board. So maybe they could have found someone. You know, I would know a lot of the fandom who are very good at visual effects would have jumped in on this and said, hey, we will do this for X amount, you know, so we can get it. So give us X amount of money and then put us in the credits, and then that's it. That they would have spent time and made this look 10 times better than what we have here. I really wanted this to be absolutely fantastic, but it's really dampened my kind of thoughts on this and kind of my expectations. You had amazing suits. You probably have a good storyline, but now that you're using AI slop, hell no. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of make this video, my reaction, my thoughts on it. I'm going to make maybe a few more to kind of go over some of the reactions from people and stuff like that. Let me know what you think down below in the comments, and let's discuss. And while you're down there, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, as I'm trying to reach 22,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Thank you very much for listening and watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. I want to say a big thank you to all my Patreon supporters, and I wanted to shout out Kimono Cat. Your help goes a long way to help support the channel. And if you want to help support the channel, the links to my Patreon and channel memberships are listed below in the description.
あらあら、チャンネルをサポートしてくれてありがとうございます。チャンネル登録、高評価お願いします。以下のリンクから商品を入手することができます。